giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby. And twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite.
What?
Leave me here high and dry.
I just realized what you said.
Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak.
Hold on. I'm so proud of myself. About how many breakdowns I have? About 5? Between 5 to 7 breakdowns. And 1 runny nose. And an accelerated heartbeat later. I made it to the top. That's that lady sign. I am so out of shape, which I knew that before I climbed. I just didn't think it was gonna be this deep. It is. Hey, I've been held hostage a good chunk of today because I have a package that's coming and a signature was required. I live alone, so obviously I had to be here to receive the package, and they just dropped it off. I'm super excited. We're about to do an unboxing, but first I got to do it for Instagram. I have not been consistent with my posting there. I'm telling you, I'm just unmotivated all the way around with the influencer thing. More of the story is, I got a package. I'm excited to open it. And yeah, this is what's happening.
My mind. Oh, baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite.
I was influenced into trying something different from Starbucks. Typically, I get a lemon loaf, but I don't eat it for, it's a snack. It's not I don't eat it for breakfast. I just feel like that's too much sugar. Hold on. So, watching other people's vlogs, I was inspired to try the spinach feta wrap. Looks like this. I like spinach. I like feta. Not so much sriracha, but she was like, you gotta try it with sriracha. I don't really like spicy stuff. But, oh, not tear right here. That seems dumb. I'm gonna tear up top. How about that? Well, first let me I'm gonna do a little taste test. That was super close, my apologies. Let's see. How close is too close? I mean, how spicy is too spicy. Wake up. Mm. Mm. Got a little kick. A little kick to it. Mm. Wow. It's good though. I'm gonna tell that lady's son so he can laugh at me because he loves spicy stuff. And I'll be like, sir, no. So he often has to tone down meals he prepares in order to accommodate what he calls my American palate. Good morning. It's 9:37. Just checking in to say, hey, I come to you today with a full face of makeup and a weird angle because I was contacted by one of my college professors, and he wants me to speak to, I don't know when these people graduate, but basically he wants me to speak to his students. And I'm like, okay, but I don't know if I have anything worth. That's not true. All of that, I want them to be inspired, informed. I want to drop some gems if at all possible. And I'm just, it's I don't know. So all that to say, I'm about to do that here in a little bit. Okay, I need to take care of my part. Speaking of my hair, I do not appreciate how many grays I'm getting because my grays have been graying, especially on this side, like right here. It's a little village of them, and at first I was plucking them, and then I got outnumbered, and so yeah, that's not what we're here to talk about. I'm hoping that it goes well, and that I'm articulate and eloquent and confident, and I want one of those students to look at me the way I've looked at some of the women I admire and try to be like in some ways, or be like, if you're old enough, you may remember this movie called Class Act, and there's a character in the movie called Popsicle, and sometimes I think I'm like Popsicle because one of the things he would always ask playing kid, or the characters at least, was, can I roll with y'all? Can I chill with y'all? Can I be down with y'all? And so when I find someone who motivates me, I basically say that, but in a professional way. Like, what can I learn from you? What can I, how can I get like you, basically? So yeah, that's happening. I was talking about my gray hair. I'm wearing some magnetic lashes, and I don't know, those little kiss ones that I was doing, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do those going forward because I just can't seem to get them right, because they're the ones that you put under your lash, and I can't seem to get those right lately, and I'm feeling very defeated. But yeah, so I was gonna do a red lip, and then somehow I wound up with this situation. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, but that's it. I just wanted to talk to y'all to kind of help wake me up, and I have some notes that I will be referring to when speaking to them, and I just hope they ask me questions and that I have answers, because I don't want just dead air. And yeah, we're hoping for the best. Oh, it just okay, but I look pretty though, I will say that. I currently only have 1, 2, you might be able to see this one here, 3 breakouts, which is cool. Well, it's not cool, but it's better than what it was, because you may recall a few vlogs ago, this whole area was angry and it rose up and was seeking vengeance. And now it's all flat and calm. So progress has been made. Okay, well, I'm gonna sit and marinate and just tell myself affirmations like, you know, you the baddest bitch. You're your own version of Olivia Pope. Or at least I used to be when I handled media. But anyway, yeah, I just need to get hype, so to speak. Hello, hold on. Can you hear me now? 1 second. I see the lips moving, but I can't hear you. Cannot start video. Why not? Oh, I think I hear you. I don't know why my video.
Hey, Muriel, can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you. I don't know why my video's not working, but I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, good. Do you have FaceTime?
I do.
You do?
Yes, because I don't know why my video's not working.
You do? I'm going to try to FaceTime you if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, let me get my little setup going so I won't look, so I look a little more professional.
I'll FaceTime you.
Okay. As you already know, my name is Shmuriel Ratliff. Graduated in 2005. It took 2 years after I graduated to get my job to get my foot even in the door. It was hard watching my peers and my colleagues. It felt like everybody was passing me and I haven't even got on the field yet. But eventually I got my job in 2007, again at WXII, where I also interned. Okay, and the last thing I was gonna say was just don't stop learning. So even though I am relatively happy in my career, like I said, I'm always going after bigger and better, and by bigger I mean checks. So I'm just looking more into project management. So how can my communication skills transfer into project management? How can my time management transfer into project management? So now that's something I can add to my resume that can get me more money, because that's what it is. But so just don't ever stop learning. Always be open to learning more. Money, yes. And it's about happiness too. Do what makes you happy. All right, we're all done sharing our wisdom with the youth. It was interesting. They did ask questions, which was one of my fears that they wouldn't. It was one of those things. It's like, look, I'm just trying to give you. I'm not trying to be negative, but I don't want you to go into the field because they're former mass comm majors, like I was trying to get into TV, and I was like, I don't want y'all going into it thinking it's rainbow and butterflies. Some days it is, but most days it's not. So just be prepared for that. And I just feel that in my attempt to share some of my stories, I was like, it's not all bad, but it's not all good. I don't know. So as I said, they did ask questions, but they also kind of seem uninterested at the same time. So I don't know. I did my part in attempting to educate them. Will they heed the advice? Time will tell. But yeah, there's that. I forgot, I have talking points. So we're just gonna have a quick little recap of life in 5 minutes or less. We're about to enter May. I am officially putting myself on a no-buy for May and June. Here are the categories under which my no-buy falls. No makeup, no shoes, and I think no clothes. No clothes is debatable, but definitely no makeup, because I did just spend some money on the VIB sale, which I need to go pick my order up because I sent it to the nearest FedEx. And plus I've just been doing a lot. in terms, and it's not makeup, it's skincare, but no Sephora, no Ulta. I think I said no shoes. Did I say no shoes? I don't know, because I got some of those on the way too. So I've been doing a lot with skincare, a dab of makeup, and shoes. Yeah. So none of those in May. If you watched my last vlog, you saw me end it. It was short, but you saw me end it with me getting a suitcase out of my closet. And you know what suitcases are for. It means we're taking a trip. Well, at least that was the intention. Long story short, me and that lady's son were going to go to New York. And on the way to the airport at 4 a.m., our flight was at 6. I think we left the house at maybe 4:30. It doesn't matter. Point is, it's super early in the morning. On the way to the airport, he gets an email and a text message, as did I, but my phone was on Do Not Disturb, which it always is. This is a time when it would have been helpful to not have it on Do Not Disturb. Point is, my phone's on Do Not Disturb. Thankfully, his isn't. He looks at his Apple Watch and sees canceled, and he's like, wait, hold up. So we find that our flight has been canceled because Delta didn't have enough staff to take care of the flight. So what they did was they rerouted us. My flight was going to leave later in the day from Atlanta, take me to Pittsburgh, and then New York. His flight was going to take him from Atlanta to Tampa to New York. We were going to arrive at 2 totally different times, which would put us there later in the evening. We're like, that's unacceptable. So he calls Delta, tries to see what they can do. They seem to have success with him, and then he's like, well, wait, hold up, slow your roll, because I got somebody with me. So I give him my information. He says by the time he's done looking for both of us, there are no flights that can get us out that day. We'd considered trying to go to Chicago. No flight. Well, there were flights, but they were expensive because it's the day of. So long story short, very, very frustrating, because I was super excited about going to New York, and the trip got canceled, and that's when Stone Mountain happened. We spent a good chunk of that day being what my mentor refers to as mad numb. You're so mad you can't even really truly express how you feel, so you just kind of sit there like. So spent a good chunk of the day being mad numb, and then eventually, and by eventually I mean the next day, it was like, okay, well, what else can we do to kind of try to salvage this time off? And by I had time off. All of that to say, it was supposed to happen and it didn't, and it's frustrating. Yeah, and that's basically what's been life for me. It hasn't been anything exciting, which we low-key kind of like the non-excitement. All right, we are back from picking up my Sephora order. And so I'm going to show y'all what I got from the VIB sale. First things first, I got, this is Tatcha, the water cream. I really like this version, and then another version that I'm going to show you in a moment. They're just very good at hydrating my skin. As you know, with this new skin stuff I'm trying, this new medication, etc., has been making my skin really dry. And so this is one of the things that I love to use to help it not be dry. So there's that. Speaking of Tatcha, I got this rice wash. Super soft on my skin. Again, I need gentle things while my skin is adjusting to all this product. Last but not least, with Tatcha, I picked up this little combo set situation where it basically has the same face wash I just showed you, and then their rice, or no, this is called Dewy Skin Cream. So basically, I'm trying to be careful. Basically, what it is another one of these and one of these, which is the Dewy Skin Cream. I love this stuff. Again, super It makes my skin feel super hydrated and soft, which I need it right now. Now you could be saying, well, Shamiriel, why did you get these and not just a big one? Because I'm cheap sometimes. So that way I have 2 small things that I can ration, and then 2 of these that I can also ration. Because I do have other skincare stuff that makes my skin feel soft, maybe not as soft. So, you know, it's levels to it. In my mind, it made sense to get multiple versions of this instead of one big version. Because I want to say the bigger size of this is maybe $80 or something, and it's only maybe an ounce and some change. It's not, I just couldn't make it make sense. So that's why I did it that way. I got a hair mask. I love the Moroccan oil hair products. I have their shampoo, and so I just bought a mask just to give myself a little zhuzh in between appointments. I won't be back at my stylist until June when I'm getting my vacation braids. So there's that. I wanted to try this. I love Benefit brow products. They're one of my top 2 or 3 brow products that I enjoy, and so I wanted to try this. It's the brow micro filling pen. Looks like that. It just says 3 different lengths that mimic natural brow hair, clean, controlled, defined lines, blah blah blah. So we'll see how it goes. My brows have been giving me a little bit of trouble. I've been arching them myself, and next time I go get waxed, I'll get my brows threaded. They don't grow back fast enough or thick enough, in my opinion, to go get threaded as often as I go get waxed. So that's why in the meantime, I just take care of it myself. I got a small Soft Glam palette. It's the Soft Glam 2. Just because I didn't need another palette. As you saw, I threw a lot of them away. But my strategy, if you watch my decluttering video, you saw did I throw a lot of eyeshadow palettes away? Yeah, I did. My strategy is, if I get them in minis, it's smarter because less options mean I'll use them more. I don't know. I didn't even really believe that myself. So let's move on. Last but not least, and it's funny I say that to y'all because I don't even have any eyeshadow on today. And usually the way I've been doing it, if I do wear eyeshadow, it's one shade. I hit you with a nasty transition shade and I keep it moving. If I'm feeling fancy, I'll hit you with a little bit of shimmer on the lid, but I don't do nearly as much as I used to do when it came to eyeshadows. Oh, this looks like it might be too dark. Damn it. This is Golden Brown from Bobbi Brown. I mean, it might be okay. It just looks, I remember, okay, it might be okay. I had a swatch of this in the store, and I had a picture of my hand with the swatch, and it looked fine. This might be better than what I'm thinking. Yeah, that might be okay. Just my first impression was like, oh no. But yeah, so this was a throwback from an in-store swatch. And I was just like, oh, it's on sale, might as well. And y'all know I love me some Bobbi Brown. So there's that. Okay, well, it's time for lunch, so I need to figure out what I'm gonna eat. And then I have some meetings, so that's how my life and my day is going.
Don't leave me here high and dry.
facial, and our fingers are crossed. My skin looks just a little bit better from the last time I checked in. I do have a pimple right here that's going down, and one is definitely here because I can feel it. This one's minimal to the point where I don't think there's much she can do with it. Hell, I don't know if there's much she can do with this one. So yeah, that one's still a thing. I'm sure you can see it. And then this one's going down. This whole area is smooth. We got a little bit of texture right there. Moral of the story is we're hoping for the best. It's been officially 30 days. I took my last 30-day pill of my spironolactone. So I'm about to start my second bottle of that. And again, progress has been made just in terms of how angry and inflamed my skin was just a month ago. There's definitely, as I said, everything's mostly smooth here, a little activity here, but there's been progress. So now what I want is to continue to, I want no more pimples to pop up, because when they pop up, they leave scars. So we need to control that, and then we need to take care of the scarring. So I'm gonna ask her about that today. All right, well, I'm gonna focus on the road. I'll holler at y'all later. This is where I go. Hey, I just wanted y'all to see my skin before I wrap up this vlog. It's been a few hours. I don't know. Today's been a blur. I'm so tired. Since my facial, and ooh, child. Ooh, she popped that one. She popped that one. She gave me, obviously, a facial. She did some dermaplaning, which low-key hooked my brows up. And when I came in, she made me feel so good. She was like, oh girl, your skin looks so good. And I was like, lies. But anyway, you know, I still said thank you, because to me, good, I have pictures from when my skin looked good. This ain't it. But anyway, so she told me my skin looked good, and she asked me how things have been going. I said good. In terms of, again, as I've said before, the angry inflamedness has calmed down. She was telling me how my acne is hormonal, which the dermatologist said the same thing. And she was saying how you have to keep your skin guessing, and that when it basically knows what you're going to do, knows what products you're going to do and how they work, especially when you have hormonal acne, you just got to keep your skin guessing. So I was like, yeah, that's a very good point, because when my skin looks good and I'm using the same products, my skin, it'll tame it, but then my skin again knows the routine, and so then it'll find a way to defy my routine. And so that's why we are here now with the dermatologist and the drugs, and by drugs I mean topicals and the spironolactone, etc., because now I had to switch it up again because my old routine wasn't doing it for me. So all that to say, she said, yeah, keep your skin guessing. And one thing I do like about her is she doesn't, just because I schedule an acne facial doesn't mean she uses the same products based off how my skin looks. So she'll say, well, normally with the acne facial I do this, but because you have this or this is happening, I'm going to do this as a result. And I like how it's not a one size fits all facial. I love that. She told me that I should try microneedling. I'm a little afraid because it doesn't sound great, but I told her I'm down to give it a try, because again, I'm very serious about getting my skin together, because I want to be cute again. So yeah, in a few weeks I'll be off to get microneedling, and that price tag is going to be a little heftier than the first two. So I'll have to mentally prepare for that, but it should be fine because I'm going on a no-buy for all of May and June to prepare for July. Well, all right, I'll go ahead and wrap this vlog up. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. And yeah, we're coming to the end of the road, but I appreciate you staying this long. See you soon.